And anybody that doesn't watch this video to the end, they have no say in any of this because they have not heard. What is going on, guys? Harrison here, bringing you another video. And today, we got a whole bunch of shit going down. So I got death threats coming in. I got people trying to find my address. I got all this crazy shit going on just because I tried to protect myself. And I swear 99% of the story is being left out because it doesn't make sense the way he's telling it, because I'm not that type of person. He said it himself. I'm not that type of person. He never thought I would ever do that. That's because I never would do this type of shit. But you want to know why? I'm going to explain that stuff to you. A lot of you guys that are in here right now, you guys just looked at one of the snowflakes on top of the entire iceberg. And you know, icebergs are a lot bigger than they seem on the top of the water. They go pretty far down. You guys are looking at a picture right now. It's pretty obvious. You guys are judging everything by the tip of the iceberg and what one dude said. Okay, so I'm going to run it back way back to the very start. So Hirsch started this org. And actually, he says in his video that it's his Twitter. Technically, Sixins started that Twitter and gave it to Hirsch, and then he fired Sixins too. So I'm just a little confused here. So technically, it wasn't his Twitter to start, but okay. He owns it now. And they got to about 500 followers on that Twitter account, which nice. You guys did it. You're there. You made it. You guys are in the big leagues now. Now, I'm not doing this to bash Hirsch. I'm just I'm really pissed off that this is how the things went. That this is how the series of events went down, and how quickly after they went down, it went to Twitter. It was instant. I didn't even have time to blink. So all I ever tweeted out was there's two sides to every story. That's all I tweeted out. Anyway, so back to the start. So one of the people that we brought in, or that Hirsch brought in, was Borlaug as a CBO. And for months, he did nothing at all. So not too long ago, a couple months ago, I decided to demote him out of CBO because I found someone that was actually going to work. And Borlaug says that I denied him work many times. I maybe did it once. I said I just didn't need his help on the one project I was doing. I don't understand why I denied him work multiple times, because he never came with me with anything. So, and it was super. I'm a very vibey person. I pay attention to a lot of things that happen around me. I'm like 10 steps ahead of everybody. I like to think in my own head. When he first joined, he said that he owned his own marketing company, and he was working on a $1 million Burger King contract. And he was going to be doing marketing for them. Now, right off the rip, when somebody comes in and they say that, and they have no even trace of owning a marketing company, nothing, and they're saying they're getting $1 million Burger King contract for marketing, I'm already like, I don't want to work with this guy. But Hirsch just brought him in, so I just dealt with it. I was like, whatever. Like, this kid's just going to lie. I don't really care. So Hirsch brought me in as a 50-50 owner. Now, if you guys don't know math, that means right down the center. That means he owns 50, I own 50. We can't overtake each other. If it was 51-49, he could overtake me in any decisions, but it was 50-50. I hope you guys know what that means. In later conversations, he kept saying that it's his org. It's his org. Yes, you had a name, and you used somebody else's Twitter, and you blatantly plagiarized a... That's another story. Anyways, so right when I came in, I started working on sponsorships. I started working on graphics. I started bringing new stuff to the org. I implemented a podcast. I did all the editing for it. I made all the templates. I did clip of the day. I brought that to the org. I brought in a bunch of Google Doc sheets where we kept everything extremely organized. I mean, I could go on and on about all the stuff that I did, but I just wanted to help, and I wanted to get shit done because that's the way I am. I'll work until I can't sleep anymore. And he brings that up. He says he never told me to work until I can't sleep. And it's like, Successful people don't go to bed at 9. And successful people don't sleep for multiple hours. I sleep for roughly 4 hours a day, and that's fine with me. Because I'll be successful. I don't care. You guys are going to be... 90% of you guys probably already disliked this video just because I posted it. Just because you guys are already on... Yeah, okay. Anyways, so... One of the things that happened was he actually tweeted out about getting EGL as a sponsor while we were sponsored by Acquire. And that resulted in our store getting terminated completely. Like, wiped off the face of the internet. They sent us our final statement. Mike was pissed. And I was pissed too. Like, what the fuck? So I had to sit there for like a week and talk to Mike and apologize on Hirsch's part Hirsch never came into one meeting. I was in every meeting with this guy, trying to sort this stuff out, apologize, make good ends with this guy, just so we could get our store back, because I didn't want to go to some shit clothing brand, because EGL is not going to respond to a tweet with 0 likes. They don't even know who we are. Why would they respond to that? We're literally nobodies. It was just... Anyways, I'm just saying. A lot of you guys won't understand this, but Hirsch went to work, he came home, he streamed. He went to bed, he woke up, he played video games, he streamed. That's all he did. I sat there a couple days ago and revamped the entire website, worked on graphics the entire day, didn't even touch social media, and while I was in Discord, he was just playing CSGO and Fortnite with Ross. And he also brings up in a DM that he never asked me to do any of this stuff. And I never asked him to do anything. I don't know about you guys, but if you own a business, I'm pretty sure you have to go out of your way and figure out what you're supposed to do, not wait for somebody else to tell you what to do. That sounds more like me telling a CBO what to do. And he's a CEO. There's a difference. Letters are different. Yeah, you guys will understand it. You guys will get it. I already know you guys hate me, so I'm not going to hold back here because I'm really pissed off. This has affected my personal life. And that's where I draw the line. So one of the things that drove me crazy, one of the things that I implemented when I came into the organization was everybody would stream on the organization channel at least 2 hours a week. And that's what Set to Destroy does. That's where I got the idea from. I'm going to be blatant, honest. I don't care. I'm honest. It's a great idea. It works amazing. It worked amazing. I was in the organization. I seen it work. So many people would book on it. And when I implemented it, nobody streamed on the channel. Nobody was there. Nobody would put their 2 hours in a week. And get this, if you guys are trying to become a full-time streamer and you can't take 2 hours of your entire streaming schedule to put it towards an organization that's trying to further your career, then you're not worth my time. You're not. Just leave. And I let it go for about 4 months, and it got to the point around this time where I was sick of it. I'm trying to work on sponsorships. I'm trying to get a Twitch partnership, which would require us streaming consistently on a Twitch channel and promoting it. I'm trying to get other sponsorships like G Fuel, etc. That would need some sort of advertising. Like we have to be able to offer them something. We have 1,000 followers, dude. Nobody's going to partner with us unless we have some sort of benefit. If we have a channel running 9 to 9 all day, every day with a bunch of creative-ass streamers on it, streaming, then yeah, that's an incentive. You can plug G Fuel at the end of everything, just like Set to Destroy does. They have an amazing setup. It works fucking great. In his video, he portrayed me as the guy that wanted to kick everybody. This evil person that just wanted to get rid of everybody for absolutely no reason and just harm all these streamers' careers. That is absolutely not the fucking case, because it doesn't make any sense. So I'm about to throw a DM up on here first. He's the one that brought up the idea to kick people. He thought that it could get us back on track if we kicked people. So after I got into the arguments with Borlock and Drazy, so I released... so after nobody doing any Twitch work, I wanted to release contracts around now where it's not a holding contract. It's basically just to see how dedicated you are to the org. All it was is I want guarantee that streamers are actually going to stream on the org channel, and if they don't, it lays down grounds for firing. I mean, it's just a basic, straightforward thing. It means nothing. I can't even take it to court. Like, it literally means nothing. And everyone got so butthurt about it. Drazy started speaking up for everybody because everyone was so afraid of me. Like, you know, this is a business, right? Borlock actually had the audacity to say in chat that everybody should be equal. Equal? What? 2018, equality? No. This is a business. We're not weekend gamers. I'm not trying to be equal with the guy that's done absolutely nothing for us in 10 months when I bust my ass every fucking day. That's not how it works. It's not. And it's like, what the f***? It was just, we were going to go nowhere with people not creating content. And it blows my mind how he wanted to keep people that were doing nothing. And I'll get into more of that. So after Borlock and Drazy got into it with me, etc., I messaged Hirsch. I said that I wanted these people gone, or it was me going to be the one gone. I said something on the lines of that. I don't fucking know. And he said that we should kick people. And I said, okay, like, let's get it done. Then the next day, I sent him a list of people that I wanted kicked. I have nothing against the person. It's just they didn't fit the brand, the organization, the grind meta. Because we tweeted out every other day or every day, who's grinding? Who's grinding? Well, our members weren't. Some of them would stream once a month. Some of them would post YouTube videos once a month. You're not going to go anywhere posting something once a month. It's either every day or every other day. Or have really entertaining stuff on a weekly schedule. And that's still pushing it. So I told Hirsch to kick them, and that's what we were going to do. And then he said, okay, I would. And then it went down to, have you done it yet? No. Have you done it yet? No. I want to pull them into meetings and talk to them. Okay, that's fine. You can let them go however you want. I don't care. I just want them gone. And again, nothing, and nothing, and nothing. And I woke up. I said, are you kidding me? It's still not done. Waited till the next day. And I said, do you just want me to kick them? And he goes, no, I really think we should work it out with them, etc. And I'm thinking in my head now, smashing it off of the desk, going, how did this guy get turned around in what he was thinking? Like, Hirsch, what? You told me that you wanted to kick people, and then you turned it around on me and said you didn't want to kick them. And I'm sitting here like, what the f*** is going on? At this point, I didn't have any of that big message in my head. Nothing. And he says, oh, I had to be thinking about that for weeks. No. I was just getting pissed at people, and I wanted them gone. I wasn't thinking about anything to do with you. And so that's where some arguments started. And after I woke up and I realized they still didn't do it, I drew the line. I was sick of it. I worked every single day on this organization. And he says that, oh, I took a month off. I took 3 weeks off due to severe depression and family issues. So if you want to bring that part of my life up, go ahead. That was a very dark place of mine. And I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to be seen on the internet. So yes, I took a break. And while I was gone, nothing happened. Nothing changed. If you want me to dig that far back, I have the account. I'll dig that far back. I will find everything. And I will put it up on the screen if I have to. Now this shows that I was gone, and when I was coming back, everyone was asking where I was almost every single day. Where are you? Did you leave? What happened? What happened? And I had such bad depression, I didn't want to answer anybody. So if you want to bring up depression, and you knew that, man. You knew what I was dealing with, and you're bringing it up like I just fucking walked away and started going and playing basketball every day. Like, what is wrong with you, man? Like, holy shit. And so I was sick of it. So I told Hirsch. And as I said before, he would go to work at Walmart, come home, and he would say, oh, stream's live, da-da-da-da-da. He couldn't take the time to have a meeting with Borlock and sort it out. He had to stream first. He had to. And I'll put the tweets up. There's a tweet every single day. Going live after work, going live after work. Well, when do you do work on Swarm? You don't. I do. I did everything. Contacting sponsors. He even asked me in the middle of it, after telling me that we were going to kick people and that I was super frustrated, he asked me, can you contact G Fuel? Bro, why can't you? Like, what? And then in our fucking argument, like once we were kind of getting out of it, he asked me to contact Vast GG because I knew them through Mike. Like, bro, what? No, I'm not going to do that. So I just thought, okay, his stream is actually doing pretty successful. He's doing good at streaming. Yeah, kudos to you, man. You got 50 subs. You're actually killing it. Maybe you should start streaming more. So I thought of a solution in my head. Why don't you just give me the 75%? You get to keep 25%. I'm not going to ask you to do a single thing with business, but I'll keep you in every decision. That's what I said in the DM. And he made it sound like I was saying something horrible. I don't even think he read the DM in his video. He just said, yeah, you guys can read what Sean said. It's on the screen. You know how many people probably read that? 0. Because I know you guys didn't read it because you don't care that much. Because you guys are already on Hirsch's side. Because you looked at the snowflake on top of the iceberg and you were like, yep, that's the right story. I don't care about anything else. That's it. That's the whole iceberg right there. No, it's not. I'm mind blown, dude. And at this point, I gave him that option. I said, you can continue streaming, do your best. I'll worry about all the business. I just want the percentage behind me so I don't have to ask him about every decision I want to make. Because regardless, I run every decision by him. No matter what, every decision I was going to make, I ran it by him. Out of the respect for him, because we're 50-50. Not 51-49. If it was 51-49, I would have had to ask him to do things. If it was 51 for me and 49 for him, I wouldn't have had to ask him to do things. So I just said right off the rip that I would like 75%. I don't care. I don't care about the money, dude. I just wanted the power to be able to make decisions on my own without having to ask. Because he would always just be working or streaming. I didn't want to have to ask and run things by him. I just wanted to hit. Make things happen, dude. And the fact that he didn't kick people just drives that in more. And then I said, or I quit and I delete everything. Because I spent the last 2 months recreating a new logo, remaking revamps, reorganizing everything, writing contracts, contacting sponsors, recontacting old sponsors, trying to get Acquire to switch all of the clothing, which Mike does so much for me for absolutely nothing. I owe that guy so much, and I appreciate everything that he does so much. And I was doing all of this, and he was just playing video games. Like, why should I have to ask you to do things? That's not how a 50-50 relationship works, and that's not how you progress a business. It's not. And I'm sorry if all you guys are keyboard warriors, like, oh my god, you're such a like, oh my god, you stole his org, blah, 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 blah. Like, lay up. Get off the keyboard and actually educate yourself. And anybody that doesn't watch this video to the end, they have no say in any of this because they have not heard the full story. Now, everyone started saying that they were scared of me in the org. Like, how and why? I told everybody that joins, constructive criticism is my #1 thing. You get a problem, say it to my face. Don't hide it. Don't cry about it. And why are all these people such like, if you got an issue and you say, I don't want to sign that contract, be like, I don't want to sign that contract. I'll be like, dude, why? I'm not going to be like, get out of here. I'd never do that. But the fact that people weren't committed enough to sign some stupid agreement contract that just said, please, basically, to stream on the org channel, come on, guys, what are you doing? I'm trying to progress your careers. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So he got really pissed after those 2 options that I gave him. He didn't like it, and he immediately texted J-Shot and said, we're kicking Sean tonight. And this is absolutely bullshit. He is going to kick me for no reason, just because I gave him 2 options that he could have fought. I just made it seem like he couldn't, because I wanted to see his reaction. I wanted to see how honest he was. So at this point, he's already told someone that he's going to kick me. And now I know about it. And I'm not just going to let him come home, pull me into a meeting, tell me, F you, you're fired, nobody likes you here, cool, never asked Hirsch, but I'm not going to let you pull me into a meeting and just blatantly fire me and lock me out of the accounts. So I took a step ahead of myself to go and lock all the accounts, so I had the ace of spades when it came down to the actual issue. And so when he tried to kick me, I could be like, well, I own all the accounts. Because I have for a long time. My mind thinks about 20 steps ahead of everybody. Without contracts, I don't trust anybody. Unless you're my girlfriend, I don't trust you. This is different. So I locked all the accounts so I'd have the upper hand. So I couldn't just get booted out of the org. Because that's what I do. I remade the Discord server a long time ago. A long time ago. So that I would own that when it came around to anything happening ever. I put my phone number on the Swarm Twitter account so that if he ever tried to lock me out, he couldn't. And I did these things to protect myself because I think 10 steps ahead. I know what the gaming community is like. Everybody's here, dude. Nobody has respect for anybody. And this just proves it 10 out of 10. It's astonishing. So I did these things to protect myself way ahead of time because I think way too far ahead. I think way too far ahead. I do. Anyway, so I locked the Twitter. I locked the Twitch. I locked down everything. I just did it. I didn't care. And I did it while he's at work because I heard that he was going to kick me. And that's me just protecting myself. I don't really care. Because he kept saying it was his org. When if it's his org, he would own 51. I would own 49. It's our org. When you verbally agreed to give me 50-50, I don't care if there's no contracts. That was a verbal agreement that we both own the org. That means we both have a say in everything. We both have an equal say. We both have an equal decision. That's how 50-50 works. I don't know what school you got taught math at, but 50 plus 50 equals 100. And there's not 101% of an org. Jesus. So, we'll switch over to this. As I'm changing passwords, this comes up. Password was changed 12 hours ago, but I just tried to log in now and proved that it said 44 hours ago. Actually, I'll try and log in again because this has been up for a bit. 45 hours ago. So let's calculate what time exactly that he changed this email. So that would be about 2:30 a.m. on February 8th. Now that was before I said anything. And if we go to my DMs, right here, Thursday, which is February 8th, at 9:52 a.m. is when I sent the paragraph giving him two options. So therefore, before I even had any intentions of changing any passwords, he had already changed the business email password and he had already changed the PayPal email password. And if that doesn't scream shady, and if that doesn't scream he was about to do it to me, then I don't know what the f does. And you can leave a comment down below telling me what it says to you. Because that said to me, he doesn't trust me anymore and he's about to do the same thing when he gets home. So I locked him out of all the accounts and I did what I had to do to protect myself. Just so that I would have another card to play. I didn't care about this org at this time. I didn't give a f about these accounts. I don't care about these accounts. I never did. I actually had intentions of giving him all the accounts back at the end of this video. Once people had heard my side, I was just going to give him the accounts back. But now all this other stuff has happened and I am in awe of what a person this guy is. He can say the same thing about me, but I was just trying to progress a business. It's destroying our stats. It is. And it's not about friends. A business is not about friends. If you want to make it in the real world, you can't be like, this guy's my friend, so I don't want to kick him. I don't care. If it was my friend, I would have kicked his ass. If he's dragging us down in some way, starting arguments with you, I would have kicked him. And you just... Oh, man, you took it too far. So I'll show you a couple of the messages. Once he actually got home, he got in the Swarm Discord. He went into his office. He pulled a whole bunch of people in, right? A whole bunch of people. Now, before I get into this, a couple days ago, when Borlock lashed out on me and thought everything should be equal, I told her extremely personal stuff about my family. My parents, my grandparents, my cousins, my girlfriend, and like a grain of salt. Now, Hirsch, I know you're fucking watching this. I can't believe the audacity you have to tell other people my personal information that I told you out of the fate of my own fucking heart to let you know what's fucking going on with me. I can't fucking believe that, dude. Anyways, so this guy gets in fucking Discord brings all these people in here. Chico goes in there, and Chico comes back into where I was, and he tells me everything. Now, Chico did this because he has respect for me. And what Hirsch was saying had no respect at all. He started bringing my girlfriend into it. He started talking about financials when he knew nothing about financials. But why did you bring my girlfriend into it? What did she have to do with fucking anything? God, you're such... God, I had so much respect for you, dude, but you're such a fucking lowlife for bringing her into this. And that took me to the fucking peak, dude. And this dude, as I just heard what he was saying in that chat, talking shit about me, he's sending me DMs at the same fucking time. You guys are looking at him right now, acting all innocent, like, man, get in here. We just want to work stuff out and forgive you. Blah, blah, blah. No, you fucking don't, dude. You're talking Discord, and you're telling my personal shit to other people. Do you know how wrong that is, dude? Like, where the f did you grow up? You got some audacity in you, man. And I don't really care what you say in a response video. Pick this apart, make me look like an evil. You're sick in the head, dude. Why would you ever do that? I would never bring anything of your personal life into anything. So now you guys can see at the pissed off level I was when this kid's trying to message me to work things out. And then he realizes that he's locked out of the Twitter, because for all I know, he was going into the Twitter to lock me out of it at the same time and realized, oh, he f***ing did it to me. And just because I did it first to him, meanwhile, he already changed this password first. So he did it first, yet in his stream he played the victim card, and he never said anything about how he changed the password first and stoked this all up and told somebody that he was going to kick me when he got home. Never mentioned that. That never seemed to come up. Nope, never. Crazy shit, dude. Amazing story you're going to tell people, right? And he was acting like he was being nice. Being like, man, we want to work this out, all this shit. That is... So I used to live on a farm. I know what a lot of bullshit looks like. And I knew he was talking about kicking me to them. I knew it. There's no way anything would go on. You'll see an image from after all this where Burke was saying, oh, the plan was just to kick Sean. Yep, I'm sure it was. And it worked very well for you, didn't it? Crazy how karma kicks you in the face, right? You're probably sitting there like, oh, I'm so mad at you, Sean, right now. Like, why the f*** are you saying all this shit? Because I'm mad. You brought my personal life into it, dude. You crossed the line times a fucking 1,000. The audacity, dude, if I knew you. Anyways, so he started freaking out and instantly brought it to Twitter. Just started saying, he's like, I'm no longer the owner of the org I founded and created, pulling this victim card. Borlock tweeted out some bullshit about, oh, go report Sean Harrison and Swarm United for actually working hard. And he kept saying that I crossed a line. Borlock said in Zeus's stream yesterday that I crossed a line. Dude. You didn't do anything. Anything. You didn't even try and stream or make YouTube videos. Jesus, dude. Oh, man. So, as he played the victim card in his stream, not telling people the full story, acting like I was some fucking monster that took his organization. And just to clarify things, he said it was his organization. That's not what 50-50 means to me. I don't know about you. He calls it an organization, but technically it was just a Twitter account. It was never legally actually an LLC. So it was not an organization. It was a Twitter account. And technically I had my phone number on it for so long, it was technically registered as my account. That's how they would look at it. And I locked him out of a Twitter account, and he got really, really upset. And that's not my fault. You brought it on yourself. You told people that you were going to kick me. You changed passwords on accounts before I did it. You know, I checked the Swarm business email before I changed any passwords. And I realized that it was locked. And that's... You really just kicked yourself in the ass there when that happened. Yeah. Changing it just in case. Well, you should have changed everything that night. Insane, man. And so after he plays victim card in his stream all night and everybody's bashing me on Twitter, I wake up to about 5 or 6 death threats in my DMs. Now, I'm not going to show these because I'm not going to bring out the people's faces because I've reported them to Twitter just to protect myself. I don't really give a shit. I'm not really afraid of any keyboard warrior. This dude's like an 11-year-old. He's talking about coming to my house and killing me just because I won't give a Twitter account back. Are you nuts, dude? Do you realize what you just sent me on Twitter? You know nothing leaves the internet, right? Even if you delete that DM, it's still there. Like, if you're of age, you could go to jail. You're giving somebody death threats. Like, bro, what? And it just keeps getting better. After the death threats on Twitter, Zeus hits me up and goes, oh, dude, at 1 hour and 13 minutes in Hirsch's stream, Drazy asked for your address. Now, I'll throw this up for you guys right now. Drazy asked for my address. Some other kid says, I'm joining, just gonna get a gun or some shit like that. Bro, you just said on the internet that Drazy is trying to find my address, and this other kid's going to join him with a gun. And Drazy responds, sounds good, to the guy with the gun, from what I'm understanding, because it was the message right after, and then says he talked to Hirsch after. And if Hirsch would have ignored this, this would have meant nothing. But the fact that Hirsch says, cue the clip.
I see one.
Yeah, alright, I'm coming.
I see two.
Drazy, I'll talk to you tonight, man, if you're down to stay up.
They're different teams.
So I guess if you have work tomorrow or other things,
Alright, come
let me know.
Across,
I can just give you my number and I can text you.
Fish. There's one by the bus.
He says, Drazy, I'll talk to you after my stream. As if he's about to give out my... He's about to give out my address. To some guy he doesn't know. Some guy he's never seen a picture of. A webcam video of. Nothing. For all we know, could be a crazy fucking psychopath wanting to be somebody's friend. And he's going to come here and kill me. You think I'm going to let off lightly on that? Are you nuts? Hirsch, how do you say you don't know where I live in your video? You gotta be dumber than I think if you don't know where I live, dude. I've told you 500,000 times. I've said it in 500,000 videos. So if you don't know where I live and you're acting that out, that blows my mind that you're not that observant. Because I know exactly where you live. It's not that hard, dude. I would never do anything with that. Like, give it to some psychopath in your fucking chat. Like, are you nuts? Like, what is wrong with you, bro? It's against the law to give out other people's addresses, especially on the internet, and especially to people that just said they were going to bring a gun. Do you think? No. Like, what the f***, bro? Like, if somebody said that shit in my chat, I would have lost it on them. Losing an org or not. Losing a Twitter account or not. Like, really? That threatens my family. And you go in your video, oh, I never said anything about your family. You think Callie in the other room isn't my family? My dog? Really? That's not a family to me? I don't live with my parents. God, man. Fucking think before you do. All you guys are probably keyboard warrior in the fucking comment section right now. Tell me how much of an asshole I am. No, I'm just extremely real with people. I level with you on a real level. I think people aren't doing work. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to carry you to the top, let you do literally nothing while I do everything and I sleep deprive the shit out of myself to progress myself. I'm not bringing you along. No way. I will carry the people that help me out, that stream every day, that do the small things that I ask. God, it's not fucking hard. This situation is completely insane. I had no intentions on keeping a Twitter account or anything, but after seeing that he was willfully going to give up my address, even if he says to a camera that he doesn't have my address, I don't understand what you're thinking, dude. Are you nuts? Like, if I showed a police officer, a lawyer, anybody, that comment section, that little section of that video where those 3-4 comments came up in your chat and you said that you get back to him later, you think any of them wouldn't take that as a threat? I don't care if you're sitting behind a monitor. You do not do that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? It's a fucking Twitter account. It's not like it's a Twitter account verified 800,000 followers. It's got not even 2,000 followers. My personal account has more followers than Swarm. Like, what? And you're sending death threats about that? How do I know you didn't tell people to message me? I don't. But I still woke up to 6 death threats, and you woke up to everybody praising your ass on Twitter like you did f***ing nothing. Meanwhile, you were the one that initially wanted to kick everybody. I'm done with this video. I'm done with this pathetic excuse for a bunch of f***ing people. You guys blew my mind. This is astonishing that people would go this far over a Twitter account. This isn't a business. This isn't an organization. Anyways, I am so sick of seeing shit. How I said in his video, you guys read the DMs about how I would take legal action. I'm still contemplating if I'm actually going to do it. And if he thinks I'm not going to go anywhere with it, it would be retarded because it would probably be the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. I don't care what you guys think. I don't care what you keyboard warriors type. Just, I want to let all of you guys know. Anybody sending messages to me, anybody replying to this video, anything in that such, just watch what you say. Because you are posting it on the internet. And you can get in a lot of trouble for that. And I don't mean that just because I'm trying to avoid having people comment on my video. Go ahead, comment whatever you want. I'm just saying, threatening someone over the internet is not a good strategy. You blatantly typing it on the internet, whatever goes on the internet stays on the internet. So, smarten your shit up, guys. And as to Hirsch, I know you're still watching this. Maybe you're pissed. Maybe you clicked off of it. I don't really care. This is my side of the truth. If you want your Twitter back, come talk to me. I don't need this stupid thing. It's going to sit here and rot and die. You want it back? You want to continue this shit? Erase my logo from all of it and go ahead. Don't use my shit. Don't let a trace of me be in this org anymore, dude. I'm so sick of this. And the fact, I'm still on the fact that you brought my family into this. That's some shallow, low shit. I fucking karma get to you. I don't need these stupid accounts.